For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Focus program. We are really glad that you are along. Got lots of information for you today. There's some millage elections coming up in August that we're going to start previewing. Then Tom Brenner and Mike Grover will be along to talk about the Artful Dodger 5K run, and they've added a bunch of stuff to that. And finally, Stacy Bellis from the Marine City Area Chamber of Commerce will be along to talk about a splash bash. But let's begin with Pete Lacey. Welcome back to the Focus set, sir. It's been a while.
Thank you, Paul. Yes, it's been a while.
You're looking great.
Well, you as well.
The SC4 just keeps growing and expanding and adding buildings and doing wonderful things in the community.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey. I've been there 26 years, and just to see the growth.
Just a youngin'.
Just a youngin'. But yeah, it's changed in a great direction during my career.
You know, a number of years ago, they closed the street, which was a great addition.
Yes.
Really made it more like a campus that we all would know and love. And then you added on the back side of McMorran, the field house, which has been great success for you.
Absolutely. It's hard to believe the field house is going into 6 years now.
Is it really?
6 years.
That's amazing. But the core of it is education.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about what's happening on the education side.
Yeah, so Health Science Building was renovated just prior to the pandemic, about a $10 million project.
Wow.
And, absolutely outstanding, right along the river. That building houses our nursing programs as well as respiratory therapy, radiologic technology. So that has really been a great addition. Other programs like criminal justice is still a top one. You know, protecting the communities that we all live in, I think, is a great feature of the campus. We did add a training center there in collaboration with Port Huron Police Department, and so that's been a great addition as well. And then just our transfer programs, you know, the collaborations with the four-year schools.
Yeah, that's really expanded, hasn't it?
It has, and I think a lot of students, they want to be able to move on to a four-year university, but at a more affordable rate, and so we're really working collaboratively with a lot of universities to get those first couple years done and move on.
One of the things, we just covered 3 graduations here, Riverview East High School, Marine City High School, and St. Clair High School. And one of the things that stayed with me over the weekend was how many students said, going to SC4, going to SC4, going to SC4. Some were going to the military, some were going into plumbing, some were going to engineering or electrical. But I was impressed with the numbers that had decided to go to you.
Yeah, that's music to my ears.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
So, no, we certainly attract a lot of local students, and we also, about 80% of our enrollment from the in-district area and about 20% from outside, which has been a great thing as well, because you get to the campus and it's a little different than what you expected. You get to people outside the community.
But it's an advantage to mom and dad because it's a little less expensive than going off someplace, a couple hours away. But you also, as a freshman or a sophomore, need that time to develop you.
Absolutely. Yes, and we added college housing this is the 5th year. So ironically, we do have students from the local area that choose to live in housing, and that's been a great thing as well. It gives them that experience of going away from home, but not really too far away.
Yeah. And that's important to so many young people. They still need that support system around them.
Yes.
But you're here today to talk about a thing that's going to be happening on August the 2nd.
Correct.
An election. It's got a millage ballot. What's that all about?
So this is a renewal millage, so no new taxes here. It's a renewal. The voters have approved it since 1999. It's critical to the college and our operations to support students as well as the community that we serve. That is going to be a renewal of nearly a half a mil. It's a little less than that because of the Headley rollback. That amounts to about $2 a month, about $25 a year for a $100,000 home value. So we're just wanting to get the word out to voters. We're proud to serve the community, and we've been here almost 100 years, Paul, if you can believe that. Longer than you and I.
Yeah, a couple years longer.
Yeah.
A couple years longer. And it continues to grow. I mean, it's just the new Exploration Center.
Yes.
Was another new add. So you keep doing new things and staying up with the trends.
Yeah, I think with our campus vision and Dr. Snyder, our president, just really looking at how do we continue to grow and evolve. And so the Challenger Learning Center is a great example of that. We had our opening at the end of April. We had people from 70 different zip codes come to that grand
Wow.
opening. 70. So
70.
You could think all the way up into the Saginaw Bay City area, down into Metro Detroit.
That's marvelous.
Which is awesome to bring people to our community. We hosted the national championship in women's basketball. That brought 16 teams from across America. So we want to bring people to the beautiful Blue Water area, and the college is a vehicle to help do that.
Yep. So it's August the 2nd. What else? What can people do to help you? What can people do to know more about it?
Well, I think really just getting the word out to others that this is a renewal, and there are several initiatives out on the ballot.
There's
and
a bunch
so
of them.
I would just reiterate that the great things that the college has continued to do, we want to continue doing that. This millage renewal is critical to those services that we provide students as well as the community. That growth that you and I have talked about, that is only possible through the support of our community as well. So,
okay. His name is Pete Lacey. He's the executive, or not the executive, but the senior vice.
Yes.
After 26 years, they got to make you senior. Senior vice president of a wonderful institution called St. Clair County Community College, and they've got a millage renewal coming up August the 2nd that you should give some attention to. And if you got any questions, just call Pete, and he'll be happy to answer them. Coming up shortly is the world famous Artful Dodger, and we're going to hear all about that in just a second. And we are back with two friends by the name of Thomas Brenner and Michael Grover. Nice to see you, gentlemen.
Nice to see you.
You are here to celebrate and tell us all about the 3rd anniversary of the Artful Dodger. Is that correct?
Well, I think we lost track of how many years it's been, but it's our 3rd year together, right?
Oh, 3rd year together.
Yes.
Okay. The Artful Dodger was a thing that St. Clair Rotary did for a great number of years.
Yes, sir.
With Mr. Larry McKay and Fredericks, John, and Mr. Fredericks. They did a great job for a long time. They passed it on to you guys, and what's happening this year?
Well, it's all new again. We have a new course. We're actually starting.
Oh, you're not going to be downtown?
Very little. We run through downtown on a 10K, but the 5K will start and end. Well, both races will start and end at the middle school, and we'll run through the subdivisions on the north side of town, and then the 10K will run into town and up the river road. We wanted to incorporate the hill.
Yeah.
And but they start and stop at the middle school.
The middle school has been used over the last few years for a race in February.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same course, or are you a little different course?
No, we're going to have a different course this time.
Okay.
That one does hit the bike path that goes there next to the baseball diamond,
Right.
just off of range.
Right.
Ours is going to go more just barely through the Highlands, up through Meldrum Circle there, and then come back. The 5K will only make it about as far as 2nd Street.
Okay.
And then back up Brown, back through the Highlands, back through that little section between the Highlands and River Ridge. And then one of the things that we've kind of, we've always tried to do something along the lines of have the races finish together. We have a spin on that this year, and that we're hoping it all works out beautifully with everything, where actually every race finishes at the finish line on the track.
Wow.
So normally a road race, we're trying to do a couple of unique things that hopefully gives people a different experience. Even if you ran track and field or something in high school, every road race usually finishes in the middle of a street or on a bike path. Hopefully it just brings back like some memories, a little nostalgia or something where everybody finishes on the track. And no matter
you run
5K,
into the end
10K
to be
mile, you're
to
there.
cross the line before your buddy.
An actual finish line there, so it should be fun.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in other races around the country?
It's happened, but I personally haven't been part of a road race style that's finished on a track.
Me either.
You two guys are so dipped in running and cross country and stuff. I mean, you both have been doing it for a long, long time, and it's you love it and you want to share it, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, absolutely, and obviously, one of the reasons that I've gotten involved with it is that it's also a fundraiser for the St. Clair Cross Country program. So it obviously helps us out. There's some sponsors that have helped us out with the race as well. The running community is always a very supportive group. It's you kind of joke it's always the same people who do almost every race, but it is kind of the case.
Right.
But the sponsors are part of what makes our program go.
Do you want to mention some of your sponsors are?
We're not all 100% finalized, but
Okay.
it'll be out there. We'll make sure they get their recognition on Facebook and stuff like that. But another new addition kind of involving what we do and the great relationship with it is that we're trying something different. I'm running a speed camp this year.
Speed camp.
Yeah. So we've always tried to do. We've been always trying to brainstorm how can we get all ages involved. So one of the thoughts was, well, I'm coaching.
Yep.
Let's get a camp together maybe the day before. So that's what we decided.
Oh, okay.
So
Good.
Friday, June 24th, at the middle school. It'll be inside and outside if the weather cooperates. Myself. Hall of Fame coach John Davidson, who obviously is the godfather of St. Clair cross country.
Absolutely.
One of my good coaching buddies who's also had a phenomenal career, Todd Powers from Marysville, is going to help get involved with that as well. And anybody who's entering grades 6 through 12 can come to this. They still go to the same registration page, and we're going to give you everything you should hopefully need to know to at least give yourself a shot to get better. They'll get a little speed guide that gives them some notes to keep in mind for going forward. They're going to get to hear from us as coaches. And then I think one of the cooler things is that a bunch of runners from St. Clair and Marysville who are currently running in college are going to come back and help.
Wonderful.
And we're going to do a little 30-minute Q&A with a couple kids that are going to be running at Michigan State in the fall. And they're going to kind of share some experiences that maybe those kids who are in 6 through 12 can take with them and realize the opportunities they have. So, and if you do it, the reason it's tied into the Artful Dodger, if you sign up for the camp, then you get entry into the 5K, 10K, or miles.
Oh, okay. So it's a little spin-off of the old biddy ball that used to be in St. Clair years ago.
Yeah, that still is. Yeah.
You get them in young, give them some advice, and get the other guys coming back, the older guys come back and help.
Yeah, it's tough, and we try not to get too involved with kids too early. Let them be for a little bit and not overwhelm them with a million different sports. But naturally, football, basketball, and baseball have deep roots with youth camps and sports. Yeah. But it leaves some of the kids who maybe just like or love running or just want to figure it out a little bit more. It gives them an opportunity to maybe enhance that sport.
How do kids that young become interested? Parents' involvement?
Yeah, parent involvement.
Because maybe they're running, or an uncle or an aunt or somebody?
Yep, or they've done 5Ks
like
this. Maybe mom and dad do the 5K, and then they bring them along and throw them in the race, and they have an interest in it. And or, not all other sports are for everybody. So they get started in running, and they get it going. But that's one of the reasons we're doing this, that our little slice of Michigan doesn't have a million opportunities for kids in camps for running. So we're hoping to build on it.
How do I register?
And motive.com /Artful Dodger. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you go to motive.com, and you should be able to find it there, Blue Water Race Series.
You're on Facebook. I saw that today.
Yes, yep, and it's part of the Blue Water Race Series again, so we're 5 race series now. Starts in Algonac and ends in Port Huron. It ends in December this year.
Yeah, it goes all year, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
They had one at Thanksgiving and one in...
Yep.
They got them all spaced out.
Yep. And starts, ours is the first race.
It is, yeah.
Ours is the first race again. And then the following weekend, we have the one at the Pickerel Tournament. And then that goes to 3 races in Port Huron, which is PS You're My Hero, which is Mara, and the Friendsgiving, which is Thanksgiving Day in Marine City. And then back to Port Huron for the Jingle Bell Run.
You brought along, and Dean will give us a shot of that. What is that over there? There's a couple pair of glasses, and tell me what the other part is.
Well, it's the Tregurtha, Paul Tregurtha ship coming downriver in St. Clair.
Can we get a shot of that? Dean? There you go. There you go. A little tighter. Zoom right in there.
At Rotary Monday, the Tregurtha came downriver right in front of us.
Right.
At the Crab. And so this is the Tregurtha, and we tweaked it a little bit by putting the Artful Dodger running man right front and center.
And that's going to be for all of the runners?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Everybody that participates?
Yes.
Wow.
And a pair of those sunglasses.
And a pair of the sunglasses.
Yeah, and a shot at winning a shirt if you get top 3 in your age group, male or female. So, it's our race.
All the goodies,
it's our
all the
race. I know
goodies.
everybody says it, but I mean, for the price of entry, getting to do a race, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then to get that stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good value. And I don't know, for me personally, I mean, you see people with these racks with all their medals and stuff like that. I just got to believe that medal right there would stand out in
Yeah.
your collection. So we're hoping that as many people as
That's
possible
pretty cool.
come out
That's
and
pretty
do
cool.
that, because it's unique, and the sunglasses are a nice little addition as well.
Okay, give me the date again.
June 25th,
Okay, and I got to register before what date?
the 24th.
24th.
Actually, we'll let you register the day of.
As long as you're breathing.
Yes.
You got tennis shoes on.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not really hot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Have we missed anything?
I don't think so. I would say that the biggest thing, in part, we mentioned going to the middle school now.
Yeah.
That's obviously a big change, and it's for many reasons. But one of them is that we just think it's a great place to host an event.
Yeah.
When we moved it off of River Road years and years ago, I think probably when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's behind. It was behind there. It was in the middle of the street. But
Yeah.
now there's going to be restrooms available for people to use
Yeah.
for sure. If the weather's super bad, we should be able to duck into the school. There's a bunch of parking. There's obviously construction and things going down on in the mall area, which is outstanding.
Yeah.
But we think it's a really good place to center it up and then give you a mix of still getting towards downtown, weaving in and out of the beautiful neighborhoods, and hopefully being able to run really fast. The 5K specifically is completely flat, so it should be a lot of fun. And of course, myself, Coach McDonald, and the program would certainly appreciate any support we can get for our program.
Give me a Reader's Digest summary of the cross-country team for St. Clair High School this past year.
Well, if you want to just talk distance kids, I guess, since that's mostly what I coach, between cross country in the fall and track. The cross country team won back-to-back regional championships, finished 12th in the state for boys. And then our track team this year, which honestly I'm actually probably just as proud, if not more proud of anything, because it's such a mix of kids, had one of what I think is one of the 2 or 3 best seasons in history of St. Clair High School. We finished regional runner-up to Frankenmuth, who was a contender to win a state championship. We went undefeated in all the dual meets, won the division meet. We've won that now 4 years in a row, and that's without the COVID year. So it would have probably been more if it wasn't for that. And we sent 6 different boys to the state finals this year, set a school record in the 4x800 relay, had a bunch of kids all region, a bunch of kids all conference. And a bunch of kids all academic, which is tough to do. I mean, it's a very big mix of kids. They're all doing different events. They're from all different sports, and track is not necessarily everybody's primary sport. It's a blast. They work super hard. It's a put the work in type of sport. You put the work in, you're good. If you don't,
So you could
nah.
summarize it by saying a bunch of good kids.
Yes, exactly. They make us all look good, and I'm super proud of them.
You should be, and you're a super coach, so we're lucky to have you in the community. Mr. Grover, always good to see you,
You
sir.
too.
And
Nice to see you.
see you at Rotary. There's lots of stuff going on in Marine City, Michigan, and we're going to hear about that from Stacy Bellis in just a second, and we'll be right back. The aforementioned Stacy Bellis is here. Stacy,
Hi.
welcome back to Focus
Thank
Show.
you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Lots of stuff happening in Marine City, Michigan, and we thought we better get you in here and get up to date.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me what's happening.
We're doing a big event on June 25th at Nautical Mile Park from 12 to 4. It's a quick 4 hours. It's going to be packed with tons of fun. It's called Summer Splash Bash.
Okay, let's look at if Dean will throw up that slide, Summer Splash Bash.
So this
We
would be
can
the
look at
second
that.
year, but
Second
last
year
year's
for
was
it?
canceled because of the weather.
No, because the weather. Okay, to go to the very first slide there. Keep coming. No,
That's
no,
the
keep
sponsor.
going. There we go. So we've got raffles, fun family, kids fishing, games, fire engine music. Wow. Talk to me about the
Okay, so where should we start?
anywhere
At
you
the top.
want. Yeah.
Okay, so the cash raffle, which, well, we'll talk about that after. We have large raffles, including the cash raffle, which is there's a $10,000 prize.
10,000.
We're
wow.
selling 300 tickets. If we do not sell all 300 tickets, it will revert to a 50-50 raffle.
That's fine.
With only
People
one winner.
understand that.
With the gas prices being the way they are, people are reluctant to part with $100 right now.
Yeah.
Which is completely
Totally
understandable. Okay, so large raffles. We have a kayak donated from VG's in Marine City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we got a barbecue grill. I think it's just a charcoal barbecue grill donated from Lumberjack in Marine City.
Wonderful.
We have a powered parachute ride donated by Eagle Air Sports.
A power parachute
yeah.
ride. Wait a minute. I'm going to be in a
You've
parachute.
seen it. You've seen it. Jim Cottrell's
Oh, yeah,
parachute.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's donating. He's bringing that too, so people can see it. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And then there's the tugboat raffle in addition to the cash raffle. So there's a lot of raffles, things were being raffled off. Oh, and we have a cooler. We just got a Yeti, a really cool Yeti cooler. Maybe we'll stuff it with stuff, summer
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Lemonade.
Sure. Yeah. So we have that. Family fun. There's everything. I've got a mermaid walking around. She's going to be there with photo ops, and we're having somebody make a coral reef as a backdrop for her to take pictures. And we have a magician. He'll be there for about an hour and a half. We have music. We have a DJ coming. He'll be there the whole time. We have face painting for 2 hours.
So it all kicks off at noon.
Yeah.
On the 25th, goes till about 4 o'clock.
Goes
or
till
more.
4. Yep. And we have vendors lining the sidewalks. I've got quite a lot of interest in vendors. I was only expecting a few, but I've got quite a lot of interest in vendors. Just this week, people are reaching out and saying, "Do you still have room?" Yes, I still have
Wonderful.
room. What else? Sand pile. The DPW is dropping off a sand pile, and we're going to fill
Kids
it with
can
hidden
play.
treasure. I bought
Yeah.
shovels.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
Yeah, we're providing shovels for that.
And I see the word dunk tank.
Dunk tank. Yeah.
Who's going in?
Well, right now we have Coach Felix, which is Mr. Felix, and we have Craig Zimmerman.
Craig's going to be in the
Yeah,
tank?
he was in Jim's parachute, and he said, "All right, I'll keep you safe as long as you swear you'll do the dunk tank." So he bribed him. So he's going to do it. I'm looking for a couple more people. I think, I don't think it'll be a problem getting people. So we're doing that. The fire engine's coming. They're going to fill up the dunk tank for us, and then they're going to stay and kind of do demonstrations or let the kids climb around and stuff like that.
And pull Zimmerman out of the tank.
Maybe. What else do we have? Okay, I wrote a lot of it down because there's so much. Oh, we have knot tying. Mr. Butel is going to teach the kids how to tie knots. We have a coloring table. We'll have chalk along the sidewalk. Fishing. We're going to do fishing for the whole duration.
From the boardwalk.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
right off the seawall there.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Okay.
Which is
should be the splash cash raffle. Okay.
So what's this now? You
So
got a
this
$100
is-
ticket raffle.
Yep.
Possible prize of $10,000, but as you said, things changed since the time you started this program.
Yeah, so they did this last year before I was in
Right.
office, I guess we could say. They sold all of the tickets. They were scrambling at the end, but they made it happen. They
Right.
sold all 300 tickets, and they had the 6 winners. 1 gets 10,000, and then 5 people get 1,000. We're trying for the same thing this year. It's slow going right now,
Yeah,
but
well,
I'm
people
hoping.
With the gas and everything else that's going on, it's tough to.
It is. It's tough to part with $100.
Yeah,
So
right.
like I said, there's only 300 tickets being sold. You can get your tickets at the website there.
Okay.
You can Facebook message us. You can call the office. You can come to the office. The Lazy Llama has tickets. The Riviera, the Mariner, McBride and Manley, the Little Bar. anybody
Well, they're
on
available all
they're
over
all
town.
over. I mean, it's
And
not
the-
hard to get the tickets.
The webpage is visitmarinecity.com, which is an easy one to remember.
Yep.
And your number is 810-765-4501. So
It is.
that's an easy number too.
Yep.
So, okay. All right. Then the next slide, Dean. What's this tugboat ride?
Okay, so this is being donated by Malcolm Marine.
Good community group.
Yes, yes. They did this last year as well, and the winner was a young guy. Well, I think obviously his parent won, and he went on the ride, and I guess they were gone for a long time. He will take you for as long as you want to go. There's no limit. Like, he'll take you for 6 hours if you want to go.
Oh my God.
But, you know, so we're trying to sell those too. I've sold quite a few of those. I would like to sell more.
$20 a ticket?
20
That's
bucks
not
a
bad.
ticket. No, and it's fun. I mean, who doesn't want to go for a ride on a tugboat?
I
Wouldn't
had
that be
one,
cool?
I was on one years ago, and it's a real great memory.
Good.
Great memory.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So this little guy that won it last year was very deserving. So we're kind of hoping he gets it again this year, but at the same time, we want somebody else to enjoy it. But yeah, so that's donated by Malcolm
And we
Marine.
got one more slide, which talks about all of your sponsors.
My wonderful
I guess
sponsors.
you couldn't do it without them. Talk to me about these
No,
people.
they're so good. They're always willing to just jump right in and step right up and help sponsor our events because they see the turnout and they see what it brings to Marine City and, you know, the downtown area that, you know, all these people, we're expecting like hundreds of people to come.
Yeah.
I mean, our Facebook event page has reached over 10,000 people.
Marvelous.
And there are over 750 interested that want to come.
Wow.
And over 100 say they are coming. I'm expecting upwards of 300 people throughout the day.
Well, one of the things, it's always half glass, half full, half empty. One of the half full things about the high price of gas is that people aren't going to be going to northern Michigan to Traverse City. They're going to be coming to Marine City and St. Clair.
Laura said
and
that
Algonac.
yesterday. They're going to stay
know,
right here.
they're gonna
And
stay
they're going to
here.
look for things to do, and we
Yeah.
are going to provide those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the communities up and down the river here have things that are happening. Like
Yep.
previous interview was a 5K run.
Yeah, same day.
And, you know, it's all good stuff,
Yep.
good family stuff, and it's
Yep.
available right here without driving 3 hours.
Absolutely. And that's right. Yes. That's exactly what we're here for, to provide to the community.
So I can go to visitmarinecity.com for more details. I can go to the Facebook page for more details.
Yep.
What's happening after this? You're just resting?
So I have been working on this since after Fire, Ice, and Spice, which was
Yeah.
February 5th.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, which turned out awesome. I
Yeah.
stood back and just looked at the crowd. I was so in awe at how many people came. I was very happy with that. Pat myself on the back for it. I'm hoping we get an equally amazing turnout for Splash Bash. So I've been working on it tirelessly along with other things.
Yeah.
But after this, the next event will be our I'm just blanked. The golf outing,
Oh,
which is
okay.
September 23rd.
Okay, so
but
we'll
in
have you back.
between that, yeah, I will come back
Yeah.
for that. But in between that, we're doing a Rediscover Your Downtown campaign,
Oh, good.
where, you know, like we just said, you know, people are going to kind of stick around. We want to try to reintroduce them to the downtown area and
yeah.
take advantage of not having to drive 3 hours and fill your tank.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you just come downtown and hang out for a day. So
Yeah.
we'll have more information on that. I don't know. Maybe we'll do an interview.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, love to.
Yeah. So we're going to start sending that out. I mean, we just ordered the cards to. It's going to be like a mailer.
Yeah.
So that'll be July 14th. Is the date for
Well,
that?
after the 4th of July. So.
Yeah. So people will be back if they do go anywhere. They'll be back in time and
But the Splash Bash and Splash Cash,
Splash Bash, Splash Cash.
the 25th of June, 12 to 4, in beautiful downtown Marine City.
Yep.
Do we miss anything?
I want to talk about the water slide because I forgot.
yes,
I
yes.
forgot about it.
No, go
I
ahead.
purposely made this for myself so I wouldn't forget
fine.
anything. But
That's
okay,
fine.
so my one thing that I had to have for this event was a water slide.
Oh, water slide.
A water slide, yes.
Wow.
I wanted a water slide, and I wasn't going to rest until I got one. And I tried. You have no idea how many people I called. Never heard back from them, or they didn't. Whatever. I couldn't get in touch with anybody. So I finally found somebody who had a water slide available. It's a 45-foot obstacle course that turns into a water slide.
Wow.
So that's going to be like dead center on the property at the
Is
park.
it 45 feet high?
No, I think it's long, and it's a
Okay.
15-foot high water slide.
Okay.
It's going to be so cool. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bring towels, bring bathing suits, or just wear a bathing suit and bring a towel, or just wear clothes that don't
Don't
wear
shrink.
denim. Yeah, don't wear jeans. Wear something comfy that can dry quickly, because we're going to have a gorgeous hot day.
Yes.
And sunny and not a cloud in the sky. I've ordered that.
Good.
Yeah. So their run is going to be
Their-
perfect.
right,
It's
right.
going to be 75 like while they're running, and then we're going to hit up to like 80, 85, I'm hoping. I'm praying for that. So good weather. And a water balloon slingshot too. I forgot about that too.
A water balloon. Okay, that's
Yeah, it's going to
fun.
be cool.
Yeah.
Blackguard Reserve is sponsoring that.
Yeah, that's great.
It's going to be
That's
a
great.
Dungeons and Dragons style
Oh,
water
wonderful.
balloon slingshot. So it's cool. It's going
Is
to be
it
really cool.
In just one park, or is it in multiple
Yep,
parks?
just Nautical Mile Park. We're taking up the whole thing. We've got games and, like I said, the Magician, the Sand Pile. Oh, and the Sweet Tooth Cafe is also, it's so exciting. The Sweet Tooth Cafe is taking over, well, they're borrowing the M25 coffee truck for the day.
Okay.
So Sweet Tooth Cafe is going to be down there, and they're going to be parked and selling coffee drinks and bubble teas and lemonades and waters, and I don't know if he's bringing snacks or not, but yeah, he's doing drinks. So that's going to be awesome.
He's a great guy.
Super businessman. Top notch.
Well,
Yeah.
Stace,
Okay, that's
it's
it.
too bad you're not enthused.
I know. I'm so sorry. I told you I've been working on this since February, and every day we get closer and closer, and now we're like home stretch. So I'm super geeked. I cannot wait.
All righty, the date's June the 25th in Marine City, anywhere between noon and 4 o'clock. You're going to have lots of fun. So bring your bathing suit and a towel, and you can go down the 45-foot slide, and 15 feet in the air, but 45 feet long, and get a coffee from Todd after you get out of the water. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.